2025 Bailey Terminology Chart by Dr. Lisa Love. 2024 Chart. For over 40 years, I have been doing an in-depth study of the Alice Bailey teachings, as well as immersing myself in other spiritual traditions. In 2005, on the Soul to Spirit website, I started to show how the model of the integral community, started in part by Ken Wilber, compared to the model of spiritual growth put forward by Alice Bailey. To do this, I created a variety of charts correlating terms from her books. In 2024, I did a video on my latest correlations. A copy of this chart can be found to the left. The video, picture of it shown below, talked about the rationale for the 2024 chart and was put on the Soul to Spirit YouTube channel. 2025 chart. Having continued to read and reread all of the Bailey books, some of them I have read 7 times now, as always I find a sentence or paragraph here or there that causes a shift in understanding of the overall model. Some of these shifts have happened again. These changes will be shown in red in the chart to the left. Also, the changes in blue are meant to show when a new change happens in the petal column, which will make more sense as we explain that column in this video. As you can see, most of the changes are in the petals column. In the 2024 video I created, I had stated the petal column is the one I felt least confident about. That is why so many changes are occurring there. Let's go over these changes now. Changes in the names column. Coordinated personality. My concerns doing this? None. Rationale for doing this? The main change here is one of changing the wording of integrated personality, which was in the 2024 chart, to coordinated personality. In the book Esoteric Psychology Volume 2, there is a section listing numerous different stages of personality integration. Ultimately, integration of the personality includes 18 subplanes, 7 on the physical plane, 7 subplanes on the emotional plane, and 4 on the mental plane, known as the plane of the lower mind. That integration takes us all the way through the first and second initiations, meaning we are not fully integrated until we are second-degree initiates. So here we have the overall Bailey chart. We have 7 planes, 7 subplanes on the physical, 7 subplanes on the emotional, and 4 subplanes on the plane of the lower concrete mind. And those 18 subplanes make up the personality, or integrated personality, this should really say. Now here we have this on my chart going all the way up to the first 4 subplanes of the mental plane, all 7 subplanes of the emotional plane, and the physical plane is down here, and I really didn't feel like adding that into the chart because that's not really where development is occurring that we're focusing on. So here we see the integrated personality here and the integrated personality in this chart, and you can see why the coordinated personality really doesn't fit, and we'll come back to integrated personality later in another slide, which you see here. Before that stage, Esoteric Psychology Volume 2 shares how we reach a stage of coordination of personality. Once people reach coordination, we are told that they are powerful, selfish, separative, and dictatorial in nature, which manifest in various ways according to Ray type. They are aligned, and here we have in the techniques of integration in the Eclair formula, the beginning stage of the technique of integration, alignment. Again, they are aligned and begin the technique of integration. Coordinated personalities also fit with what I have called Group 6 materialists. Some people have asked, where do these Group 6 materialists come from and why did you split Group 6 into 2? This is why. Because when you read Esoteric Psychology Volume 2, you see this stage of development before you become a Group 6 aspirant. But as these Group 6 materialists, or perhaps they should now be called Group 6 coordinated personalities, become dissatisfied with their selfishness, they reach a crisis, as talked about in Esoteric Psychology Volume 2, and become Group 6 aspirants, ending the coordination phase. So now we're going to keep going on the technique of integration through the Eclair formula. We're no longer aligned. We've hit a crisis. We don't feel that being selfish and separative and just focusing on getting all the sex, money, power, pleasure we want is doing it for us. It didn't bring us the happiness or joy we were really searching for. And so a crisis has arisen and we become a Group 6 aspirant. Then the names column, probationary initiate and initiated disciple. Concerns doing this? Again, none. Rationale for doing this? The next change highlighted is not really a change because I had these words in the 2024 chart. I simply am highlighting them here as an attempt to list references. Some people have said, where do these names come from? Well, again, I've read all of these books, many of them multiple times. And so I have found these different statements of names, etc., and have recorded them. But I thought here I would give the references. Why? Because as with everything in the Bailey books, things get rather complicated. Many people were not aware of the stages of probationary initiate and an initiated disciple before becoming an initiate. So in the chart, I put these in red as a reminder to share the references for these terms here. Now, I need to let you know there are numerous references throughout the books. I don't have time in this slide to state them all, but here are a few. For example, you can find Initiated Disciple in Esoteric Healing, pages 672 to 673, and the phrase Probationary Initiate in Discipleship for the New Age, Volume 1, page 728. Changes in the Chela names column, the phrase Accepted Discipleship. Concerns doing this? None. Rationale for doing this? Since doing the 2024 video, someone asserted to me that the phrase accepted disciple only covers the first initiation and not the second initiation like I put in my charts, and to let you know that person is misinformed. To clarify this publicly, I decided to put the text in red so I could mention the references here that accepted discipleship covers the end of the first initiation and all of the second initiation. I have numerous references for that. I don't have time to put them all in here. That'd be boring. But accepted discipleship also mainly applies to the second initiation. To help you get a reference, please see Discipleship in the New Age, Volume 1, page 728. So I've done a little shift in the column if you want to compare the charts along these lines to better clarify this. As a reminder, in this chart we have a column for names and one for Chela names. And in this chart I have correlated the later stage of probationary discipleship and accepting discipleship now with the phrase accepted disciple. Changes in the Chela names column, Chela on the thread. Concerns doing this? None. Rationale for doing this? With closer consideration of how the Chela names fit with the names that you find used throughout the Bailey books, I have also decided that the name Pledged Disciple actually overlaps with two of the Chela names. As you can see, I feel a pledged disciple is completing now the task of an accepted disciple and then is starting the developmental task of becoming a Chela on the thread. Want to see the full video? There is much more to see. Watch it on our Patreon channel. Join our Soul to Spirit community and access teachings and training. Nearly 300 videos on spiritual topics are available. Some of our video categories are featured here. Communicate with others on a spiritual journey. Note, chat, comments, and photo are hidden to protect member confidentiality in this video. Receive ebooks and charts that explain how to evolve spiritually. Completed books are above. The books below are in the process of being finished. Get inspirational merchandise, original artwork, and more. Join for free or subscribe. You can join us at www.patreon.com/soul2spirit. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share, hit the bell for alerts, and thanks for watching.